All right. Let's see. Welcome. Oh man, that mic is way farther than it's used to being. Let's see. I think I can do it over here. Please don't fall. Okay, yeah, I should still be able to reach my keyboard and everything with it right here. I need to get one of those clip-on booms that does the thing over here. So let me just open Safari. Yes, I use Safari just because it's there. And just going to monitor my comments. And then we're all set. All right, let's go to the control room. Boom. All right. So, yeah, today is going to be a bit of a fun day for me. I'm going to be doing a little bit of I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than what I'd been doing before. Before I had been kind of mixing tracks, kind of getting everything all set for the concept of a live show. But today I'm going to actually be trying to see if some of my half-baked ideas actually come to fruition. So, also if my sound is weird or anything like that, please let me know. I don't even know if I turned on loopback. It should be on. Now this is me checking all of my stuff in the moment because I'm unprepared. Loopback should be on. Okay, let me just see if I load up the file that I want to start with. If that's going to work. If that's going to be audible. Let's see. Give me 15 minutes for my live set to load. Hey, how's it going? All right, let me see. All right, we can hear that. That's cool. That's awesome. Or at least the sound exists. All right, so I'm going to try something here. So, as you can see, I've got my whole project. This is the project we were working on last time. And I want to start to try to put elements together that could potentially be used in a live context without a laptop. So I think I'm going to start here. I'm going to bounce these. Let me just see what these sounds are. I think that this is the ding noise. Yep. So I'm going to take these and I am going to export these, and I'm going to export this as a stereo file. I'm actually going to do a 24-bit because I can, I think, in this thing, just to get a little bit more, so I'm not hitting that headroom. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to rename this stereo texture I'm just going to name that stereo texture minimal 1 or min 1, and I'm going to save that onto my desktop because I have sort of an idea of where I want things to go from this point. Let's see if this will work. So this is me sort of trying to bridge that gap between hardware and software. Is that connected to anything? I just realized I had a MIDI controller turned on and connected, and I just forgot. Because of course I did. But yeah, so that's kind of my goal today, is sort of doing some preliminary tests, seeing if I can use things in certain ways. Ooh, I should also take notes. So this is a 128 BPM, and that's going to be valuable because I'm going to want to time sync some effects after the fact. There we go. It's about... That should work for me. Cool. So let me take that down and then, okay, there's my track right here. So now this right here, this is the 1010 Music Blue box. And where's that audio? Stereo texture minimal 1. So I'm going to actually drop this onto this live set stems thing that I have. And now let me see if this is going to work the way I want it to. There we go. So, here's where things get funky. Boom! This is the 1010 Music Blue Box. It is a live mixer, and now it's loading everything. No, I don't need to save a file. So, live set stems. Let's load this up, and let me see. Do I have these files in here anywhere? No, I'm still in the... So let's load that. Let me see. Well, that's not doing what I want it to do. I was hoping that this would, well, also, my volume's off. But I'm still not getting anything other than some nice electric noise because I know I'm creating a ground loop because this is all connected. This is being powered from my computer right now. Let's see. Why isn't it? I feel like it's not really loading it though, because every time I press load, it brings it down there. I don't know. Let's see. Don't learn. Oh, there we go. This should do it. Live set stems. Load that. There we go. Cool. I've loaded in the file. And of course it thinks that we're at a different speed. So let's go to some project editing first. So let's do main B, and this was what, 128 BPM. So where's my BPM? I'm working on it. I'm working on learning this thing. This is a very cool little device. But I'm also just, you know, I'm still kind of, I've only used it like as a straight up mixer. And so I'm not sure if that is, I'm going to do 4 tracks actually. So I've only used it as a mixer. So I've not like actually messed around in this regard. Let me make that a single row actually. And then press that again. Okay, so that's fine. Track, it's probably in the track settings. Okay, cool, yeah, so I have the 4 stereo tracks, main settings, cue source custom, compressor on, attack release, blah, blah, blah. Where is my BPM? It's probably in the project settings, honestly. Oh, and of course it didn't load that in. I'm learning. So let's do file, add that, load that, file, okay. Let me see if that learn does anything. Nope, cool. So, oh, I just realized that this totally bounced everything, not just what I selected as well. Oh well, this will be good to learn. synced right now. There we go. So let's turn that BPM up to 128. So now I have to figure out why this is exporting, though, not at the right speed. But so let me mute these other things as well and just get only what I need. Okay, so let me actually export that and export, replace that original file because that was just the wrong file that I exported. And let me see though. So I'm gonna need to re-upload that to the card. Ugh. Welcome to my life of troubleshooting and being too lazy to pull up a manual. Because I'm cool. Cool. Alright, this should be done in a hot second. And then I can actually just replace this with, so that will go into live set stems, stereo texture, replace. Cool. That should not take too long. Boom. Let's eject that. God, this little micro SD card thing does not like ejecting the micro SD card. All right, here we go. Whew. I got a little warm. Cool. Let's try this again. Cool. I've got it at 128. Metronome, blah, blah, blah. Okay, file. Let's go. Let's add a file. We'll choose that one. Okay. Let's see if this works now. It's still got the old file. Hang on. So let me remove that file. Add. Let's go. What did I do to add it before? Did I press play? Press B? Oh, load. Duh. I'm so... I'm stupid. Okay, so this is still playing faster. It was a pretty good Thanksgiving. I had, like, you know, a decent time. I wasn't, like, you know... Went up to my girlfriend's, and my family was... I went up to my girlfriend's family, and then my family was meeting not too far from them, so We were able to hit both dinners. Got some good mac and cheese. Got some good mashed potatoes. I'm sure the turkey was good. I'm vegetarian, so I didn't eat it, but, you know, I'm sure it was delicious. All right, let's see. Why is this playing at that speed? All right, time to go to Google. All right. 1010. Blue box. Stems. Playing. Sped up. User manual. Let's do this. Let's see. I'm going to pull this to the screen so we can actually look at this together as a family. Okay, so let's see. Record and play WAV files, micro SD management, contasks. Let's see. Okay, so it's going to be in edit mode. So let's go to page 38. Where are we right now? Okay, so let's go to 38. 38. Okay, cool. Where did it go? Okay. Let's see. So the knobs, you touch thing, you don't need the edit button in edit mode. A button activates the currently selected WAV file, and B doesn't do that. Okay, so recording can be done from any control mode. Okay, so oh, whoa, those are some. Oh, that's a screen I haven't been in yet. Let's go to edit. So edit mode, the meter bridge is replaced by a timeline view. Well, that's my first problem, is that it's not. I'm not seeing any of that. Touch a file, select it. Touch and drag the file list to scroll through. Oh, just scroll through the list. Edit button not used in edit mode. Hang on, let me actually move this off this screen so I can monitor my YouTube comments as well, because I can only see them very tiny on my OBS screen. Oh yeah, no, definitely like I may have overeaten. May have very much overeaten. Okay, let me just drag this out. There we go. Now I have a full window over here. That's what I needed. It's a holiday that, man, I mean, my girlfriend was like, we were coming home and like I was like, all right, it's time to go. And she like took like 10 minutes to stand up because she was like, I can't do this anymore. This is so much. This is so much happening. All right. So why isn't edit doing what? Why isn't the edit screen going past the loading screen? That's my real question. Because right now my edit screen is not doing that. I feel like that's going to impact some things. And in mode, the meter bridge is replaced by a timeline view, but it's not, so what's happening? Small pink handle indicates where the layered wave files are. Main output meter visible upon the light. Okay, so let me just go to File. Because they also have some stuff. Let me just... So I'm just here. Okay. Active or not active. That's all that matters there. If I go to track. Main output meter is visible up there. Blah, blah, blah. Bottom half of the screen, edit mode controls. Then playbot. Okay, so like this is what I'm looking for. So that's the edit configuration. Oh, press B? Well, that just turned off the screen. If anybody has one of these and knows how to use it, man, would I appreciate that. Meter bridges. Let me jump in to a different Google search and be like, I'm wondering if this was like an like a thing that they upgraded at a point, because I know that they do updates every now and then. Let's do maybe I need to disarm the track? Yeah. No. Do a bit of a high cut at least. Make this a little more. Because this is probably how I would use it. I just need it to play back at a different speed, because it's like it's speeding it up for some unknown reason. I'm about to be diving through blogs to see what I can do. Because, man, this is just not working out for me. So the blue box and the black box, they're entirely different. So the black box is like a sampler. It's like basically, it's like an MPC. So you can like sit, it has like different, like, you'll load in little samples onto the screen and you'll be able to like boom, ba-cat, ba-boom, boom, cat, ba-cat, ba. So it's like an MPC with a touch screen with a little bit more flexibility in certain ways. Like it's obviously not just an MPC copy, but it's, it also has a lot of similar functionality. I know there's MIDI sequencing. I know that there's all of that stuff. And this is just a mixer. But because it is a digital mixer, it can record and play back and allegedly work with stems. And I can use it as like a live mixer for stems. So what I'm wanting to do is use this for, once I get this to slow down. once I figure out whatever it takes to get this thing to, you know, not play back at that speed, I would use this as basically like a backing tracks thing, and then I would have a live like performance tool that I do want to mess with more. So this would be like the stuff that I want to keep consistent for every track, and I would be able to, you know, work like, you know, because my big problem is I often separate things by accident, and I often, like, you know, or don't separate things by accident, and then like I end up doing something and it affects something else. So what I'd want to do is to have like a live performance sampler with long stems that I want to chop and screw live, and then this would be the stuff that I don't want to chop and screw live. So basically it's just taking away needing to use a computer for that. But what's also great is if I want to, I can enable a track for recording and then just record the entire thing. Like I can, here, let me see if I can figure out how that is. I want to say that's in this screen, maybe? Nope. But basically what this does is it allows you to, basically it's a great like pocket recorder almost. I mean, it's not pocket, but like it's a recorder, it's a mixer, it's basically everything except for an audio interface. So, you know, that's the one drawback that it has, is that I can't just plug it directly into a computer and stream these tracks. But since I can just record them to the micro SD and drop them in the computer, I mean, that's about as close as you can get. You know, that's like, I mean, like, frankly, like, it's such a small difference. It's, you know, it would be great, but, you know, I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. So let's try loading this track up and just see if that. Okay, so let's go to edit now. Let's load a file. Live set stems, load, stereo texture 1 minute. Load that. I'm just gonna try this with a different, you know, I'm gonna actually try to restart the device though. So just cause it's giving me some guff. And that's how I troubleshoot. So let's see. So project, live set stems. Let's load that. I'm gonna change this to a 4-track single row. I'm going to then go to project. I'm going to okay, so that's not doing anything for me. So file, add, load. Keep forgetting that like there's some touchscreen functionality, but it's not everything. Okay. So hopefully I should be able to like eventually sync everything between like an Octatrack or an MPC or something like that, and basically have this as a main mixer and backing tracks. So I can not worry about touching this and just have it do a very consistent job, and then be able to mangle things on a different device. Cool. So, and then I'm just gonna call this stems, enter. Okay. Okay, and let me just see if I go back to live set stems, if that's gonna, if I load that. So why doesn't it save anything? Look, I really enjoy this thing, but it is definitely not the most intuitive thing that I've ever played with. And it's like, it's letting me save this, but for some reason it's not letting me like access things from a different file. So that kind of blows ass right now. Let's turn that high cut back on. And let's go back to the mixer, bring that volume up just a tad. So like, this is how like I record and enable a track, you know? So I'm just so confused. Like it's not that difficult in theory as like to what it's doing. I feel like I know I'm not one of those people who like blames a piece of gear, because I know that like 9 times out of 10 it's just because like something I'm doing is just like not quite right. So let's see. But then again, I've immediately forgot how I even changed the BPM. Was it in the mixer? I don't think it was in the mixer. There we go. So it's in that. Let's bring that to 128. And then let's save. So at least this is saved there. And God, I just don't know why it's like this is just not the easiest thing to search for. Load stems 1010 blue box. All right, I think I might have it. So all right, so someone looks like is having a similar problem as I am. So let's see. Let's see this thing. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling on things. I just don't want to bring my whole, like, you know, accidentally release my frickin' stream key, so I'm scrolling all of this on a different page. Don't tell me the server is too busy at the moment. Come on. Is Gearspace... Was that Gear Sluts? Is that what that turned into? I mean, good, because Gear Sluts is a stupid name. Like, it's very dumb. But I'm just like... I just don't even remember it changing. Performance, blah, blah, blah. God, I gotta jump into the manual. I'm so confused. So this is punch-in recording. Wait, hold on. So, let me see. If I scroll down 3 feet, I think I would have found exactly what I think this is the page I've been looking for. I'm stupid as hell. Okay, cool. This is great. Okay, so. Oh. Wave files must be 48 kilohertz. And let me see. What did I export at? If this is what it is, that if this is what it is that gets to me. Where's my export? There we go. I think that's the only problem is that I exported at 41.4. I'm going to bring it back down to 16-bit so it just doesn't take forever to export. God, I feel stupid. Watch this. I'm going to replace this again. I don't even care. God, this is all it's going to be is because it's 48 instead of 41. It's been playing back at the wrong sample rate. And it thinks, and so it's playing it back faster because 41 is less. So it's just going through those samples faster. My snake is staring at me right now. I swear to God. Stop it. Oh, I feel stupid. I scrolled 3 pages down and I would have seen it. Oh, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to reset the blue box, though, just so I can have things working correctly. All right. Well, let's get out of full screen. Let's jump into this. And let's also just get rid of some of these excess files that I have. You know, can this go away? There you go. Okay. Projects. Let's get rid of these, honestly, because this is a lot of duplicate things. And so let's just, so I'm just going to drop this into the main file thing right here, because I'll be able to access it from wherever on the blue box if I think about it. Okay. All right. If this fixes everything, I'm going to be relieved and also just so incredibly pissed at myself. Oh, and I probably wasn't even recording my screen at that point, so probably nobody even knows what I... It's just the most simple thing. It's literally just, let me... Right here. Wave files must be 48 kilohertz for Bluebox to play them. Oh, that's it. I mean, like, I know that's it. That's got to be it, you know? Let's go to project. New file. Clear. Stems. Enter. File. Edit. File. Add. Stereo texture. Load. Project. Save. Mixer. Let's just... Oh, project. BPM 120 to get my delay synced. Or 128, rather. Project. Save. That's all it was. That's all. That's all the problems it was. That's the only thing it was. I'm so pissed. I mean, I'm not pissed because it's working now, so like I'm fine. But just like, god damn it. Serious case of RTFM right now. If it was not intensely aware, always read your fucking manuals. You're gonna look like a dumbass, like me. All right, let's change it to 4-track, single row, project save. Okay. Cool. This is great though. This is like exactly what I want. It's a nice stereo texture track. I can add, I'm gonna go to this and I'm gonna add that high pass EQ. There we go. This is nice. Cool. So I'm gonna do this actually with every track and just kind of see what it's like to sort of live mix on this thing. Because, you know, it could be cool. It could be very cool to, at least until I have like a real, you know, something like an Octatrack or something like that that can do 100 things. Why isn't shift clicking work? There we go. All right. Let's bounce. So that's the texture. Let's bounce out my drums. So export stereo drums. I'm so mad. Like it's nobody's fault but mine, for the record. 1010, you did have everything. I just didn't scroll. Cool. What's great about this, though, is, well, I want to say I can sync MIDI out. Ooh, give me a second. Where's my MIDI? They gave me a bunch of MIDI cables to go with it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the MIDI clock out. I'm going to send that into the circuit tracks that I have right over here. And I'll be able to live jam things on it as well, which is the ultimate goal for, there we go, connect those. That's the ultimate goal right now, is to be able to kind of play around with a couple things live. Let me take that as well. So let me change this from 4 tracks to 6 tracks then. And save that. So I can actually have my circuit go in. If I'm doing 6 track, no, 6 tracks will be fine because it'll be stereo tracks on the circuit. Okay, please have a long enough cable. Please have a long enough cable. It doesn't have a long enough cable. How long is this cable? Is this any longer? Not substantially, but it might do me good if it works. Let me move my thing here. I'm gonna put that into input 1. Ooh, that's not a good noise. Let's, oh. Well, we'll figure that out later. Okay, my drums have bounced. Let's bounce my synths, which I'll probably mute. Some of, if I can get these things to work. File, export. stereo, stereo synth, and I wonder why it's making that noise. Would it make that noise with the other cable? Hopefully not. Potentially though. Do I have it connected to the headphone now? That's the real question. That might have been my problem. Okay, no, I do. For a second I was like, is it in the clock out? Because I've made that mistake before. Okay, that's better. That's a better cable. It was just a cable issue. Let me just make sure that's working. Cool. And so this will send clock to... Nice. So it's already sending clock. So I need to now go to 5 and 6 and just make these. It's gonna be in the track settings, isn't it? There we go. Nice. So these are not the drum stems. These are circuit tracks drums. That's pretty cool. This is what I've been wanting to do this whole time. I'm just really bad at figuring things out in a timely manner. And then let's take these vocal samples. File, export, stereo, Vox. Cool. All right, let's just save this project real fast before I ruin everything by taking out the memory card. Hopefully I won't have to reset this up. I'm glad this struggle is relatable to you, though, because, man, to me, right now, terrible. It just sucks. Okay, so let's see. Yep, so that's where they all are. Let's punch in these other ones while I'm waiting for this one to export. So let's go to this. Stereo synth. Stereo drums. For this one song. The good news is I want to say switching projects is pretty easy doing it live. But we will see once these vocals are finished exporting. So hopefully, though, this means that I can like add some really fun live synth elements using the circuit. So I don't know. We'll see, though. All right, that's bounced. It's finishing. All right, sure. I don't care. They're not any fantastic changes. So, and then stereo box. Okay. Those are loaded. We can be done here on the computer for most of today. Man, like 5 people jumped on the stream out of nowhere. What's up, guys? Welcome to... Glad you missed me screaming at my own stupidity for a few minutes. Cool. So let me load in. Cool. So that stem stayed there even when I took the thing out. Let's load in. So let's do drums. What? File, add. Okay, let's add in the drums. That's nice. File. What is this? Oh, something's clicking here. There we go. So let me see what happens with that file that I inputted. I think something might just not have, Oh, cool. That's there. Why did it stop there? Why did it restart? So let's save that real fast. All right. I'll take stereo 4 wave. And we'll just see what happens. Because that's probably the vocals. Huh. So for some reason that one track, that background track, looks like it only exported like a certain amount, which is annoying. Okay. But it looks like everything else has exported pretty correctly. Nice. Of course, the one track that I wanted to export fully correctly the first time is not exporting. But this is cool. So let me clear a little space on my desk and get my circuit in. Nice. This is fun. I want to say the vocals should be coming in any second. So let me go back to that set and export the file that I wanted correctly. The coin should be dropping in. I think this is where it comes in. Maybe it doesn't. So let's bounce file. This is nice though, because I can definitely, like, you know, I also get to hear like these things coming through like a different context. So let me go to these drums actually and EQ them. Let me do a low pass actually, or a low cut rather. And like I can perform stuff like this live. That's pretty cool. It's pretty damn sweet. Cool. Let me save this. And then I'm going to remove that card again. But now I kind of know what I'm doing. Thank God. That took me way too long to figure out. And I just apologize. I'd like to apologize on behalf of everybody. Cool. Cool. So that's what I want. Let's export that as well. Should be the whole track. Minimal texture. Cool. And let me throw in those vocal samples and just kind of see where I went wrong with some of that other stuff in the in this guy. So let me take that out. Move to trash. I have the drums set. I have the synth set. I'm gonna take out the Vox though. I'm gonna put these new vocals in. See if that does what I need it to do. Yeah, let me try to get my table a little more set so I can sort of be playing around with the circuit and everything else. Hi, Miss Tarantula. Damn, all my animals are out and about and saying, what is up today? Which is not bad. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just like, dang. What's the news? What's the scoop? This is how I talk about my animals. I hope everybody knows that I'm crazy. Like, God, when my cats walk into a room, I know everyone does this, like, that they'll, like, talk to their cats. But, like, I sing to my cats, like, all the time. And, like it's not good. It's like it's like a Weird Al concert, every time, because it's just me sitting in front of these cats and just, like, telling them that I think, like just making up, like, terrible song parodies about their behavior, because, I don't know. Is that normal? I don't think it is, but it's fun. Okay, let's do MIDI in. Cool. So this should all power up. Cool. And we got more ground loop noise, but I don't care that much because it's not that important to me. Like, it happens. Okay. I want to say I have everything, so let's eject this. Let's just see if these... Let's see if this works. Okay, so let's go to... Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So now I've got texture and drums in stereo. Cool, that's nice. So let's do... So let me go back. Okay, so let's do file, add, stereo, texture. We'll load that. We'll add the drums. Let me just see. Those are going to stay. And then this is going to... Oh, I'm going to actually remove the old things as well. So let's file, remove that just so that it's not complicating this. And let's do file, add, Vox, load. Cool. So this should work. Where'd everything else go? I might be running out of storage space, maybe? Or maybe I'll just reload these stems. Yeah, there we go. Now they're in. Let's remove that file and then add this one. Cool. Yeah, that's a lot of noise. I just need to charge this and get it off the battery. So let's do like a nice thing like... Cool. Well, I need to just get that thing charged so that it doesn't have that terrible noise, but nice. This is definitely my backing track solution. Ooh, this could actually be a lot of fun. I'm going to take the clock out because the circuit's still running. It's just not connected. I'll take the clock out and I'll plug that into my DFAM, and then I'll run my DFAM. I need to grab a cable for it, but this should sound cool. Yeah, this should sound really good actually. Because I don't think there will be a ground loop noise with the DFAM. And this already just gives me hella opportunities for live performance. Nice. And then because I have this all synced, let's go to track 5 effects. And let's go and let's do an effect send on track 5. nice. I'm gonna save that just like to keep it going, but that's nice. So I might want to have that, I might want to double the length of that, like ging, 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 ging. Because most of these like I think the drum track, I think pretty much everything except for the textural stuff, maybe the vocals, but like I kind of like having the vocals there. Everything else is going to be really external, you know? Camera died, but whatever. So I need to definitely change that, that compressor is way, the threshold is way too low. So I'll need to mess with this compressor a little more in the on the back end, but That's cool. I'm going to save this and then just see how quickly it changes to a new thing. Okay, that's not bad. Nice, cool. So this could be a lot of fun. I could definitely take a blue box, load some stems in it. I mean, like, if I wanted to do the most dead simple live show of all time, I could take a blue box, a DFAM, and either the circuit tracks or some other MIDI controllable synth, and just like have a couple ideas pre-planned in the MIDI controllable synth, and just use that and just like kind of jam on it. And dang, that could be this could be a lot of freaking fun. I mean, I could literally just take the blue box, the key step, and the DFAM, and like be able to do a lot with it. So that's pretty sweet, honestly. I'm pretty damn excited. So I'll call it for today because I'm going to do a lot more of this troubleshooting work on my own and kind of figure things out. But yeah, this should be a blast. All right, well, I will catch y'all later, and yeah, have a great Black Friday. If you spend money, just remember, by subscribing to my channel, you're contractually obligated to send me all of your gear. Thank you. Love you. I'll catch you later.